Do you remember the golden age of Star Wars gaming? Star Wars Battlefront II, Jedi Outcast, Knights of the Old Republic, and even LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. A much simpler time, some would say. A better one. Others would say that
So
we're
love has
blinded by
blinded you.
nostalgia glasses. But look back on the past few years. Definitely hasn't been a great couple of years for Star Wars games, or for the world in general with all the pandemic stuff going on. One thing that kept me going during those times was rewatching the prequels, and that got me back into playing some of my favorite old Star Wars classics, such as the old LEGO Star Wars games and Battlefront II for PS2 and PSP. Once I'd gotten my fill of nostalgia and enjoyed some of my favorite video games, it got me to try some of the old classic Star Wars titles such as Jedi Starfighter, Republic Commando, even Jedi Outcast, which surprisingly I hadn't tried up until that point. Even the original Attack of the Clones tie-in game. Some were amazing, but were showing their age due to graphical and storage limitations for their time. Others, well, they were a bit different from what I'm used to. But as I was playing all these old classic titles, a thought really struck me, and it's just an itch I have not been able to scratch. Can you guess the last time that we got a Star Wars game for the prequels or just the Clone Wars? Or a game in general that's centered around a plot that has to do with those things? It has been over 13 years since we have gotten a game based around the prequels or the Clone Wars. It hasn't been since 2010. Just think of all the games that have come out in the last 7 years that have been based around original trilogy content. When I found out this fact, I was shocked. And honestly, I feel extremely pissed, annoyed, and frustrated, and just disappointed that one of the largest, most active fan bases is just starved of content. When people are going back to Fortnite because it has the first Clone Wars content we've received since Battlefront 2's limited inclusion of prequel characters since 2017. I guess the last update did come around 2020, but we have just been getting flooded with original trilogy titles for years now. And honestly, it is just really upsetting to hear that another Star Wars game that's getting announced is going to be yet another game, original trilogy and based in between episodes 3 and 4. If you guys agree, hit that subscribe button. Honestly, even if you just did a remake or an HD release of some of these old classic titles, it would bring so many waves of gamers and fans back to the Star Wars scene. Or heck, just give some of your old games some love again. Think about how great the servers would be for Battlefront II Original if it got brought back. I know they have it for PC, but having it back on Xbox or even PS5 would be an absolute blast. Or bring back service to the newer EA Battlefront 2. It hasn't been dead for more than 3 years. That really isn't that long. You can bring service back to the game. You're done with the Battlefield game. Now come back to Battlefront and give it the love that it needs and wants. So many fans would come back to that game. If there's one thing that I do feel as a lifelong fan of the Star Wars community, it's just disappointed. Disappointed that the current state of the Star Wars games are just bugs and unfinished, like Jedi Survivor, or dead multiplayer like in Battlefront 2. The failure to fix any of these games and the blatant disregard of fan input is just disrespectful. And it makes me extremely disappointed and discouraged to see what Star Wars games are to come. Sorry this video is such a downer, guys, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and yeah. If you enjoyed the video, go on ahead and hit that subscribe button and that like button. It really does mean a lot to us as a growing channel. We would really love to be hitting 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and if you guys can help us hit that goal, that would just be honestly life-changing, absolutely astonishing. So help us chug along, and if you want to watch more of our content, go on ahead and click that link up there, and see you guys in the next one.